Assalamu alaikum. The topic for today is impact of elasticity and PED analysis on revenue. Why do firms use PED analysis? It's crucial for them to analyze the impact of price changes on their revenue. For example, if a product that has elastic demand, it cannot be sold for a higher price. If the firm increases the price to even to a small extent, there will be a significant change in the demand for that product, that is, the demand will decline. But if the product has inelastic demand, the firm can charge higher prices while the corresponding demand will not fall to a significant extent. Now let's have a look at the impact of price changes on revenue for the product that has elastic demand. We can see that this product has elastic demand. I have already calculated demand over PED over here. This is -5. As we all know that we need to ignore the sign and we just need to look at the figure. This is 5. It means that this is greater than 1 and the demand is elastic. Let's observe revenue. Revenue, the formula for total revenue is price into quantity. The total revenue at price 10 is 1000 because at price 10 quantity demanded is 100, and the total revenue at price 8 is 1600 because the quantity demanded at 8 is 200. We can already see that the percentage change in quantity demanded is high as compared to percentage change in price. There's a 100% change in the quantity demanded. So how much gain will the company have? Gain is this box and this is 600. Why 600? This will be 100. The difference between 100 and 200. The vertical distance is 0 till 8. So area of the box which I have ticked is 8 multiplied by 100, which is 800. This is the gain, but how come it is 800 and not 600? The box above, which has the vertical distance equals to 10 minus 8, which is equals to 2, and the horizontal distance is equals to 100, the area of that box is 2 multiplied by 100, which is equal to 200. We have lost that area as well while making a gain when the price changed. The area from 8 to 200, which is 1600, out of which we were left with 800, but we had to subtract 200 as well to calculate total gain or total profit. Let's observe the relationship between total revenue and price and total revenue and quantity. We can see that the relationship between total revenue and price is inverse in case of goods that have elastic demand. As the price increases, the revenue decreases. At a lower price, the revenue is more, and at a higher price, the revenue is less. Therefore, total revenue has an inverse relationship with the price in case of goods that have elastic demand. Whereas, as the quantity demanded increases, the revenue also increases. So, total revenue has a direct relationship with quantity demanded in case of products that have elastic demand. Why? Because total revenue is equals to price into quantity. The price goes down to a small extent, quantity demanded goes up by a large extent. Therefore, it will have a positive impact on the revenue and the revenue will increase significantly. However, the price goes up, quantity demanded changes significantly. Therefore, as the price goes up, total revenue comes down. Let's have a look at the impact of price changes for goods that have inelastic demand on revenue. We can already see that PED is -0.2, which is between 0 and 1. Therefore, the product has inelastic demand. When price is 5, we can see that total revenue is 5 into 110, which is 550, and when price is 10, total revenue is 10 into 100, which is 1000. As this good has inelastic demand, the price will never drop, rather it will always increase. So if the price increases from 5 to 10, there will be a net gain of 500 in revenue. Why and how? Let's have a look. This is 5 and this is 100. So this area is gained. 5 into 100 is 500 units in revenue is gained. Let's observe the relationship between total revenue and price and total revenue and quantity for goods that have inelastic demand. For products that have inelastic demand, as the price increases, total revenue increases, as we have seen here. The price went up, total revenue went up. The price came down, total revenue came down. On the other hand, the relationship between total revenue and quantity is inverse. As the quantity consumed increases, total revenue comes down. And as the quantity consumed decreases, total revenue goes up. Right? How? Let's have a look. We can see that the quantity consumed decreased, total revenue went up. As the quantity consumed increased, total revenue went down. This is the difference between goods having elastic demand and inelastic demand and their impact on revenue. This is why firms use PED analysis to find out which goods have what kind of demand and how much price they can charge for those products to have a positive impact on their revenue or to optimize the revenue. Next is relationship between unitary elasticity and revenue. It means that a percentage change in price is equal to percentage change in demand. We can already see that percentage change in demand is equals to percentage change in price. Therefore, this product has unitary elasticity. So let's have a look. When price is 10, total revenue is 10 into 10, which is 100, and when price is 1, total revenue is 1 into 100, which is 100. Products that have unitary elasticity, their price does not have any impact on the revenue, as we have seen here. This is a hypothetical data, but even if you pick actual data and you find out that the product has unitary elasticity of demand, then you will see that there is no impact of price change on revenue. Therefore, the relationship between total revenue and price and total revenue and quantity looks something like this. No matter what the price, the revenue will stay constant, and no matter what the quantity consumed, the revenue will stay constant. You will have to see where it is a horizontal line and where it is a vertical line, because if total revenue stays unchanged, that in case of relationship between price and total revenue, it's going to be a straight line. And when total revenue stays unchanged, so in case of total relationship and total revenue and quantity, the graph will be a horizontal line. Let's move on to relationship between the downward sloping demand curve and total revenue. We already know that on the downward sloping demand curve, elasticity values vary. At this point, it's infinite elasticity, it's zero elasticity or perfectly inelastic. Here it's perfectly elastic. Here in the middle, elasticity is 1 or unitary elasticity. In this region, the demand is elastic, and in this region, demand is inelastic. So what happens? Let's mark this price. This is the price where there is unitary elasticity, and this is the quantity. So at this quantity and at this price, total revenue is maximum. Why total revenue is maximum? Because there will be no change in revenue no matter what the price, no matter what the quantity. At the point where demand is unitary elastic, what happens is that revenue is not changing. We did observe in the previous slides that the revenue was not changing no matter what the price and what the quantity. So this is the quantity at which the demand is unitary elastic for this demand curve. What is happening when demand is elastic? We have seen that the relationship between total revenue and quantity is that revenue increases as quantity increases. Revenue increases as quantity increases. This is the maximum point, and here total revenue is maximum. And when this quantity moves beyond this point, the demand curve becomes inelastic. Then what starts happening? When demand is inelastic, as the price increases and the quantity increases, the total revenue starts falling. We have observed all of this in the previous slides. So it looks like something like this. This is the relationship between total revenue and the downward sloping demand curve. At a point where elasticity is unitary elasticity, then what happens? At that point, the total revenue is maximum, and after that, the total revenue starts falling. Before that point, total revenue is showing an increasing or an upward trend. At this point, the total revenue becomes 0. So this is the relationship between the downward sloping demand curve and total revenue. Let's observe how firms use this relationship between the downward sloping demand curve and total revenue curve to make pricing decisions. Here in this region, this entire region, we can see that the demand is elastic. It means that the firms can use, while the firms are in this region, they can reduce prices to increase total revenue. And in this region, as the demand becomes inelastic, they can increase prices to increase total revenue, because we know the relationship between total revenue and prices in case of goods that are elastic and that are inelastic. So while they are in these regions, they can take pricing decisions accordingly.